confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Geis, the ball carrier.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Allen off the play fake. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he stopped immediately there.
The ball carrier.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
Intercepted.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a...
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead.
Point after.
And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Ravens nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Jakeem Grant now to return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 31, Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They shakes him off, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Ed Oliver forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
It's now 3rd down.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Play action. Now it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're getting the football back again.
On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. Returnable for Grant. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They're going to get a brief pause in the action for an injured player, and I believe, yes, that is J.K. Dobbins, the running back. He's down after that last play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Well, he gets attended to. They'll step aside. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
10 at the 46-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's got this down to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He's coming. We got double up. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Pass. Out.
On play action, Allen going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Smith-Schuster.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
3rd down and 12.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he connects with Ebron. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
48, come on. 48, come on. Time to go, night.
on the ground. It's Geis. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 14-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ravens 14, Steelers 7.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
They'll take over.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
2 yards.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Jackson going to tuck it down on the option. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Jackson on 3rd and long from his end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. On first down, this is Geis. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now a run with Geis. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
On the tackle.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Open man is Duvernay. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Jackson's throw caught here by Boykin. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Down, Ravens.
To throw again is Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And the Raven 1st down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run with Dobbins. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contain.
Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Josh Oliver, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Ravens 24, Steelers 14.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
On first down, Allen in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And can you believe this? It's recovered in the end zone by the defense. So after all that, it's not a touchdown, it's a turnover, and the ball's going to come out to the 20.
Justin Tucker lining up for the...
Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to bounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
On the tackle.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Second and 7. At the 40.
From the gun, it's Allen. Ebron with it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Operating from the gun, Allen. Short little throw to Ebron. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2. At the 30.
Ebron caught left side. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
6-yard line.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Now Allen again. This is caught, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
Jackson's pass intercepted. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll contain him to just 4, second down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's first and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
The tackle made by
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
13-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they don't even need to run a second down play. Give them the first.
And typically when we see this jumping, isn't it usually 3rd down, 4th down? They got them on 2nd down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
Now it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Josiah DeGuara, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Here's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Josh Oliver. He scored on the ground and through the air as the Ravens push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
At the 49-yard line.
Out of the gun, Geis. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Allen. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carrier.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Allen going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Pittsburgh Steeler.
Throwing on first down is Allen toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Here we go. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Regular. 53, slot. I got you. All 52.
Allen off the play fake. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Now on 4th down, Doug Peterson turns it over to the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So from nothing less there than chip shot distance, a tough miss from the right hash mark.
Well, this is just a wobbler. I mean, he knows he's got to get it going left, but that was right all the way.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll run. It's Dobbins. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
But obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Jackson from the shotgun. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
There's that man again. It's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. Allen's throw is complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here's Geis. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 20-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Eight yards to go on 2nd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. The Steelers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Geis. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal. As some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. From the gun, Allen. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Steelers, 28.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 23. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now Allen. Off to Geis on the screen. Space to maneuver at the 40. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 2.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Able to find his running back, Geis. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Complete to Darius Geis. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll run with Geis. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
The ball carrier.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Hey, hold. Kill.
Allen now on 1st down. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Allen toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a Ravens
Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Up 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Another run here with Dobbins. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now Jackson. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Baltimore, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.